Hello, friends, and welcome back to another SleepCraft hardcore episode. If you take a look here, these are all the things that we looked at last time, and you might be aware that we ran around here and we're attempting to find our permanent home. And if you look here, last time I said we were going to build a lighthouse over in that direction and a nice big city throughout here. And I just want to let you know that is still the plan. However, it's been a while since I made a video, first of all, but I just wanted to show you some updates about what we have going on. So if you notice over here, I have some mangrove trees growing. Part of the build for the lighthouse that I wanted to do includes mangrove planks. So I had to make sure I had plenty of those. So I've been growing these. I haven't collected any mangrove planks yet, but it is obviously in the plan for the future. I also have some dark oak here. One of the major things that I wanted to do is have like a centralized area where we could get some resources, because this is a fresh build, a fresh save. There's not much going on in stockpiled resources, so I decided that I wanted to have a main base, and I didn't want anything to be above ground because that's where the city's going to go, and I'd end up having to tear it down and move it. So what I did was I made a nice little underground temporary base. Now I call it temporary base. I love building underground, so what this will end up being probably is a nice personal area, and then all the villagers can live up top. So what have I done down here? Obviously there's been a lot of work done down here, right? I got the nice spruce architecture in here. I put some leaves up. What I would like to do, I want to continue using these mud bricks as walls here, which I'll get to that more in a little bit. This is a nice little temporary storage. Obviously I have some mud that I've collected. I originally was doing the mud each block individually, and that took absolutely forever. So obviously I needed the mangrove planks anyways, so I went out, found a mangrove swamp, and I collected some mud. Now that loud contraption over there is the cow farm, and that's where I've been getting all my steak, my beef, you know, and my leather to make books. Obviously I have an enchanting table here, and a nice stockpile of books and some lapis, even a little looting tube book that I found. Come up here, feed the cows every once in a while. Get my beef and leather, and then I have a nice little crafting location here that you know, got a furnace, some place to store the excess food and other materials. And then down here is a small farm. I'm going to need a lot of wheat for all the mud bricks that I'm making, so this is not exactly the optimal setup for it, but I needed something to get started, so that's what I got going on there. And then this is my little personal room. Got my excess waste stones that I have here and some other stuff that I found while exploring. Take a nice little nap. And then we have the first pickaxe, which is right here. This is a zombie horse, so I was out, you know, doing some resource collecting, and this guy popped up. He had a zombie riding on him with a steel, or I keep calling it steel, an iron spear, and I killed the zombie, tamed the horse, and put some diamond armor on him. So now his little spot is right here in the base. And this is my friend, our librarian. He's my mending librarian. Put mending on this beautiful Fortune 3 efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 diamond pickaxe. And then some other areas here. So this is going to be the main entrance, right? I'm going to go down here. So this will probably lead into that as well. I've been doing all this off camera over the past couple or 3 weeks or so. I'm gonna probably go back to doing some of my no commentary long plays just to keep everybody up to date on what's going on here instead of just, oh, hello, there's stuff that's built. Got a lot to do, but not always a lot to say. So if you guys want to watch along, I'll throw some long plays up there. I'm not really sure what to do with this space yet. I was working on some ways to like incorporate the underground into matching what is up here. Obviously this is the little lake. This is natural. This was here before. I was going to use this to get all of my enchantments, but it ended up taking absolutely forever. So I just ended up making an enchanting table. I did build this nether portal. Obviously nether portals are really loud, so I'll go up there and show you the nether. I haven't really explored it too much. I kind of just built it to see what was out there and then realized that there wasn't much and that it would probably be a better idea for me to come in here until I have more diamond armor. So let's check it out. So, typical nether spawn. Not a whole lot going on out here. Definitely sitting above a lava pond. And not really too much to explore yet. So, kind of just made it safe to walk through, and that's about it. Continuing on back around here, I've explored these caves in depth. Down here is a lot of just areas that I've mined out. Same with over here. Just a lot of exploring happened. So nothing too interesting. You all know the drill. You go out, you find iron or diamonds or whatever, you bring it back. Nothing of interest. Yep, this is my personal forest that I've been building just to keep my wood factory going, essentially. And then I do have over here my planting location for my spruce. Initially I wasn't going to have a large spruce tree planting location, but I caved. It's so much easier just to plant 4 saplings and hit it with some bone meal and chop it all down with the tree falling on. So I did that. Not much else has been done up here. I've been leaving most of the stuff up here alone, other than I covered up a lot of the holes that were out here. There was a ton of holes just everywhere. And villagers were falling in them, and iron golems were getting stuck. I actually think there's still an iron golem around here somewhere under the ground that I just could not get him back to the surface, so I just covered him up with dirt. So he's down there in the catacombs of our village here that is yet to be named. Speaking of yet to be named, it's one of the objectives that we have to do, and I have still yet to do it. That mountain in the distance, still not named. Zombie villager farm, not done. Smelting facility, not done. Enchanting table is built, but I want to make an actual like structure with all this stuff in it, so that still doesn't count. Storage structure not built. City wall, nope. Dock area not even started. Build town, it's here. No lighthouse. The cow farm is built, so we'll take that one off. Automatic cow farm completed. Yeah. How about full diamond armor? And we can explore the nether. Got some bad omens stocked up, but let's go check out the rest of the explorations that I've done. So, you guys know I love these waystones. I found a distant mine. Now, in my excursions to find a mangrove swamp and other things, I found this cool looking mine down here. I've explored it a little bit, not a whole bunch, but we can do this in another episode. It's in a pretty neat location. Lots of water, lots of coal, lots of ores. And then here's another town. I was running around. I was low on food and I needed to get back, and this village just happened to have a waystone. So I activated it and went home. The mangrove village. Alright. This one is important. So, I needed mangroves. The mangrove wood, right? The red stuff. Looks good. I wanted to use it on my lighthouse, so I decided to venture out and find a mangrove village. Or, I'm sorry, a mangrove jungle. And this mangrove jungle just happens to be next to this village. And it kind of surrounds the village pretty much. So, this iron golem has been doing some work. Anyways, I was fortunate that I found... Oh, that was a big jump. I was fortunate that I found this mangrove swamp right next to a village that had a waystone in it. And this is where I've been getting the majority of my mud. Because I am not sitting there and making mud one block at a time. So, yep. Mangrove swamp, mud, mangrove trees, check. Hello, kitty. And then obviously the spawn. The spawn block is right below that waystone. Nothing here has changed. Absolutely nothing. I haven't been back here other than to get some resources that were in this house. And a couple of the things that were at the fishing hut. All this stuff's still down here. Eventually, I'm sure we'll come back and explore down there. But for now, this place is in lockdown. Close that up. We'll head back to our unnamed village. So, that's hopefully that'll bring you up to date on what's going on. I haven't played in about a week. A lot of stuff going on. Winter storms and whatnot. But yeah, there was a creeper exploded here. Snuck up on me while I was planting some mangroves. I did not put down any blocks to fix it. So, yeah. This wandering trader right here was gracious enough to give me this glowstone. This is going to be closed up, I'm sure, eventually. But that's about it. That's what's up. That's the up-to-date update. The up-to-date update? Yeah. So my plan for this, get these mud bricks in here to kind of standardize the color palette down here. I'm gonna continue. Oh, that was the horse. I'm gonna continue building down here, I'm sure. Just keep getting more resources until I have probably enough to build. I think I'm gonna start off with the storage facility. And we'll go build that. That way we can have all of our items in one spot. And then we'll move on to building something else. Maybe the lighthouse. I do want to move the lighthouse location from all the way down there. Probably to right here. Probably gonna build its own little island or so. And then have it a little bit closer. I did like the idea of the main road, but that is just incredibly too long. And I want to build a storage facility here. Lighthouse there, and kind of keep everything kind of closer to the village, nice and centralized. So As night approaches here, night is already here for me. So I have a nice steak and probably take a nice little screenshot here. Actually, how about this? Oh, it's getting loud up there. All right, until the next one, friends. I'll see ya.